Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, and C's. Welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap your seatbelt, go and sell our land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell our land. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.
No More Black Tears Radio, No More Black Tears podcast. Man, we back at it again on another Tuesday, man. It's just me and Verteezy here, man. Hey, man, we do it for our people. We do it for the people. Verteezy, man, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. So we're gonna start off with a girl was making a video in her car, and she was saying she used to get so mad when people used to try to use her, and then her dad explained to her one day, it's not a problem when people use you because we're meant to be useful. It's a problem when people try to misuse you and basically take advantage of you. Me and C's kind of had a conversation about this on the side. Unfortunately, he's not here. What's your thoughts on that? You know, like are you meant to be used? Should you let people use you? Is that something you get mad at?
Depending on what kind of, I guess, level you're talking about, because Jesus said, you're supposed to be a vessel, and you're supposed to let people use you, and he's supposed to be the one that's using you. Like, but as far as regular people, no, you shouldn't let nobody use you. No, and people know better than let people use them, but they let affection, emotions, love, all that's emotions, but I'm just saying different ones, but they let that blind them to the fact that this person is using you. Friendships, things like that. You've known her for a long time. She been in your corner. She using you. You a simp. Or it's just different things, man. It's like, no, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it, man. People should treat you how you want to be treated. So if that's the known fact of how people want to be treated, I know I don't want to be used. So don't treat me like that. Treat me how I would treat you, because I ain't about to try to use nobody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna show love to other people. I'm gonna look out for other people. I'm gonna play my position, but I ain't gonna use you. You know what I'm saying? Make easy money, pimping hoes is serious, but pimping ain't using nobody either though. It's just playing your position. So no, I don't believe in that at all.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like the way she broke it down, the way her dad broke it down, she said her dad broke it down. I mean, I agree with you, man. Like, what do we want to be useless people? Like, if you have something in your house that has no use for you, throw it away. Like, I don't feel like you should allow people to abuse you or misuse you, like just overly use you to the point where it's like I'm just leaning on you all the time. But like if you got people in your life, like we're supposed to be there for other people in our lives. So I feel like and I feel like what this conversation really stems from, and this is what me and C's were saying, we've gotten to a point in society where the term use you has become so derogatory that when we hear it, all we can think of is people just using you in a negative way.
Using and abusing you.
Yeah, that's
abusing you. Yeah.
But it wasn't like that back in the day for black people. Like during the civil rights movement, like you had like when you look during that time period, there was neighbors who gave other people rides to work every single day. Every single day. And it wasn't even like this is a problem. This is just it was more community. Mm-hmm. There was people who literally was
I consider that looking out. I don't consider that using nobody.
But what is it though? Like if I'm
being there for your neighbor.
If I pick this phone up and I make a phone call, what am I doing with it? I'm using it for its purpose to make a phone call. So it's like if you're there for someone and they're using you, like I'm using you to get to work.
So that's not so. So if
that's what I'm saying.
If
the
terminology, if that's gonna be what it is, and then it's not gonna be what it is. But as far as using this terminology as it is today, I don't care what our daddy said.
No, talking about that. That's my whole point. We've as a society, we made that terminology negative. And I feel like when she broke down with how daddy said it, I feel like we probably need to go and say, you know what? We need to stop just saying this person's a user and be like, this person's an abuser. Because that's what it really is.
Yeah.
Because there's situations like, man, my grandma, you know, back in the day when I was younger, the pastor used to preach in the church all the time. And the pastor's wife was sick for like, you know, a couple months. She used to cook enough food and take it over there to him all the time. You know, like I feel like that's what we're supposed to do. But in today's society, you're gonna have somebody saying, "Oh man, the pastor was using your grandma, man, to get a free meal." Like,
no, I don't think so, because she didn't have to do that. That's something that she did.
But that's what I'm saying.
The pastor wasn't dependent on her to do that.
In none of these situations do you have to do it. Like you choose to do it. Like it's the difference between somebody who is like
so okay, I see what you're saying, but the user is on the other end. But
yeah, the person who's plotting it, like the person who's abusing your kindness by saying
that's the user.
And that's what I'm saying. I want to throw that term out and just say they're an abuser.
Yeah,
because like I want to be a useful person. I don't want to be somebody that's like, oh man, I can't never ask that nigga to do anything for me because he's not reliable. Like if I ask you like, hey bro, I'm gonna be out of town for a week, can you go over there and feed my dog? You know why? It's probably because you're a reliable person. I trust you. Like I can depend on you. Like so I'm using you to do this for me because of the fact you have all those qualities. I'm not gonna go to someone who I come back, my dog dead. It's like, damn, you didn't feed my dog one time?
Yeah.
Oh man, I had this going on, I had that going on. Like how many times have you had like a neighbor or a friend or a family member? I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks on trip. Can you just check my mail, man? Make sure my mail don't overload. You come back, mailbox is stuffed. It's like, damn, you ain't come over here one single time to make sure my mail, like to take the mail out. Like I feel like that's the part of the conversation that I'm looking at is the fact of I understand don't nobody want to be used, but I think it's really more so you don't want to be misused or abused. You don't really want somebody who doing it maliciously. But if somebody you care about, if someone you fuck with asks you for a favor or asks you to do something, man, I think the average person has no problem with that. But once again, we've got to a point in society where some of these terms, we've taken them and we've twisted them and contorted them to basically have these negative connotations so that the minute that, you say something like you're being used, but even in certain situations, like real quick, there's times where you and me might talk about how we have our friendship. And because of someone else's trauma, someone else's pain, they might be like, oh, you using Rose, or Rose is using you. And it could be just something as simple as like, yeah, man, I gave Rose $10 on $10 because all his money's on Cash App. He needed some cash. Oh man, that nigga gonna give you that money back. He using you, or I gave Bertiza a ride to Walmart so he can get some eggs because he's trying to cook a cake or whatever. Oh, that nigga using you. And I've seen stuff like this before, Rose, where you might tell something the extent of your relationship with someone, and then they try to make it seem, they try to put a negative connotation on a favor you did for someone or a favor someone did for you. And it's like, it's not even that deep for us. It's not even that deep.
Yeah, but also like, you know how when Michael Jackson said, "Oh, I'm bad." Doom, 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 doom. So it's like, remember how he switched bad to being good.
Yep.
You know how fire is like, fire is bad.
Yep.
But in our language, it's good.
Yep.
It's kind of like a slang kind of sort, but it's not. But people are, like you said, we need to switch it. So if we switch it, then it needs to become a slang, because the opposite it's the opposite. Opposite is good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How you wear something. Oh, he in all black. Oh, he on something. He must be doing something that he's supposed to do. But he going to an all black party.
Yeah.
So it's all good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's that sort of thing. If we can, so it's gotta. And that interpretation.
Yeah, the mentality behind it got to change.
Yeah.
And that starts with first, and this is probably my last thing on it that I would want the listeners to look at. We in a friend group, Rose. It's 5 of y'all. The other 4 friends all depend on each other for stuff, or help each other with stuff, or use each other for stuff. They never ask you for nothing. And sometimes it might be something as simple as one of your friends have a relative, have a parent that live on your block, and I drive by your house and I check on that parent, and then you see me and you call me, you say, "What's your neighborhood for?" Or I'm checking on so and so's mom. You know, they ain't been feeling well. Then I come to your house, have a beer, and you like, "Why so and so ain't asked me? I live two houses down." Like, how would you feel as a friend if you was in a friend group and all your friends ask each other for favors and look out for each other, but don't no one never lean on you? Like, that would make me feel shitty, because that would make me feel like, am I giving off energy for y'all to feel like y'all can't ask something simple of me? And that's happened sometimes in some friendships. I've seen that, Rose, where it's like, and I've had people do that to me. And I'm not, trying to, whatever. I've had friends ask me to do something that makes more sense for another friend to do it. And then I do it, and they'd be like, "Appreciate that. Yeah, I asked you to do it because so-and-so would have made a big deal about it. I know you just would have did it." And if we friends, it should never be like that. It should never get to that point where I'm asking another friend to inconvenience themselves a little bit more, because it really makes more sense for this friend to do it. But that friend is so high-strung on, they feel like everyone's trying to use them in a negative way, that you can't even ask them for something simple.
Yeah.
Like, "Hey, can you go to the store? I'm at work right now. My mom's hungry, and she just had surgery. Can you just pick up some McDonald's?"
Yeah.
Like, that shouldn't be a problem, bro. That shouldn't be a problem.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't be a problem. But people make problems other than what it's supposed to be, and it's like, this conversation it's a good conversation to have, but it's kind of. I just wish we would have. I just wish it wasn't just me and you bouncing off each other, because I think we go bounce off the same way.
So, C's definitely would have probably brought a unique perspective to this conversation.
Yeah, he would.
We had a conversation about it.
Even if he would play
devil
advocate, you know what I'm saying? But I can't really play devil advocate to this, because I don't see no other way than I can understand somebody abusing me, and I can understand like somebody using me in a good way. You know what I'm saying? As a vessel.
The devil advocate would be like, what if I just don't want to do favors for people? Like, what if I don't ask people for shit? So because I don't ask people for shit, I don't want them to ask me for shit. Which is something C's has said multiple times to me. Like, man, like, I don't ask people for shit, so I feel like people should ask me for shit. It could be something as simple as that. Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I can see that, but he can't. Well, I don't know if he's saying that in terms of like being for real, but because he had asked me for stuff to do stuff, so it's like, so I can't really.
Probably in generic, that's probably he's saying. And my comment to that would be, that's a toxic community, because if we're all part of a community, then we should be leaning on one another and asking each other for stuff. Yeah. But at that point in time, why are we in the same village? If I can't ask you to get a bucket of water, and you ask me why I get the bucket of water, can I start a fire? Like, when I was in Boy Scouts, MJH would tell you, like, everyone had a task. You might do the dishes, I might cook the food, you might get the firewood, this person might start the fire, but everyone had tasks.
That's how it's supposed to be, like in the village. So it's like in an Indian village, people had jobs, and even in American villages, people have jobs, and people, even back in the Stone Ages and the Flintstone eras, when buddy say, "Hey, do me a favor, man. Go knock over the head, because I'm going to knock over the head. I need both of them."
I need both
of them.
That was when rape did not exist.
Yeah, I need both of them.
Hey, man, so unfortunately, man, for a lot of people who being used, they probably heard this conversation and had a lot of tears of sorrow, man. But Moving on to TNT, y'all.
Cheers or no cheers. Dynamite. Boom.
Hey, man, there was a lot of people I saw online that was happy and ecstatic by this news, and a lot of people that was upset and mad about this news. So it was announced last weekend, well, this Monday, that Netflix basically bought Warner Brothers, Discovery, and HBO Max for $87 billion and some change. Paramount is apparently trying to scoop in with over 100 and something billion and get back in negotiations. So let's just say Netflix wins the bid. Let's say Netflix gets it. They're going to own HBO Max, Warner Brothers, and Discovery. What's some of your thoughts? The main things people are afraid of, just so you know, Rose, is that a lot of big movies that come out through Warner Brothers won't be in theaters going forward, and that HBO Max will dissolve and won't exist no more, and all that whole catalog will be on Netflix.
Why they afraid of that? They're about the same price, Netflix and HBO Max. If it does all, that would be a good thing. Maybe they'll charge $5 more, then you save them $5 because you got both of them.
Maybe, man, but I mean, once you start having monopolies, that's when you can kind of make the price what you want to make it.
Yeah, then people don't buy it. Don't buy it. You know what I'm saying? Netflix already try to play that game, talking about, oh, you can't share out of this household, this thing like that. Just start buying it. Once y'all people start buying it and start depending on these people to Netflix and chill, when you can Tubi and chill, then you be okay. You'll save $20 a month. And that's $20 times 12, that's $240.
Yeah, $240, y'all. Netflix already like 20 something, man. If this was to go through, they should probably go to 50 something, to be honest.
All right, then you save. Stay on Tubi. Keep watching Tubi. Get you some bunny ears. They made it easier for you to watch TV. Every new TV, you ain't got to get the converter. I remember back in the day when you had to go buy. They gave some converters away, but you had to go buy a converter to put on your TV to let your bunny ears work. But now you can just plug your bunny ears up to your HD TV and get high definition. So stop playing them games with these folks. Stop spending their money with them. And you'll be okay. They'll drop the price eventually.
Yeah, man, I got tears because I have HBO Max, and over the last couple years, I've watched HBO Max way more than Netflix because I love movies, and we just saw the Superman movie. Sinners came out on Warner Brothers. Like, Warner Brothers, I don't think you understand the type of movies that come out on HBO Max. Like,
but they only drop them like once every 6 months.
Yeah, but like if you're someone that go to the theater, then it doesn't matter. But if you're someone that basically don't go to the theaters, I know plenty of people who did not go to the theaters to see Sinners, saw it on HBO Max. Who didn't go to the theaters like myself to see Superman, saw it on HBO Max. Who the movie Iron Claw, when it came out last year, they didn't go to the theaters like me and my brother did, but guess what? They saw it on HBO Max.
I'm gonna put you on something. Man, all you gotta do is drive down Chewbacca Road, make a left at the airport, and make a right at the flea market. You can get it before it come on HBO Max. And same time it come on in the theater, bootleg, they still selling them. Going to get you one. Save your money.
True, but still though, man, like HBO Max has a lot of content that a lot of people like to watch and enjoy. And then the other part of it is just the monopoly part of it, man. Like that's HBO Max and Prime, in my opinion, are two of the reasons why Netflix ain't going dumb crazy with their prices, man. Because I know you say it's about the same, but HBO Max is like about $15. One of my brothers got Netflix. That's just like $24, $25, man.
So Netflix is $25 now?
Depending if you want that more premium account. I got the $7.99, but that means I'm pretty much watching ads the whole time I'm watching my shit. And then there's certain movies that when I go on Netflix, it'd be like, you got to upgrade to watch this movie. What the fuck?
Oh, wow, for real?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
HBO, even with the lower pack for HBO Max, you can watch everything. Yeah. But there's some movies I can't watch on Netflix because I got the lowest package. And I see the movie there. It's tormenting me. I see it there, but when I click on it, be like, nigga, you need to upgrade.
Wow, that's crazy.
But guess what? Like when you have competition makes it better for the consumer. Because as consumers, these people realize I can't sell eggs for $12. I got to sell it for 10 because they selling it for 9.
Yeah, yeah,
So
that's true. But the consumer has to put their foot down and not do it.
yeah, I mean, eventually, to your point, your overall point is we just have to not consume it if this stuff was to happen get ridiculous. But it does become hard when you do limit the options that we can consume stuff from. So that would be my only that's why I would have tears for this move, man. But we'll see what happens. We're a long way from this, man. Talking about spending money. There was this woman who texted this dude and said, "Hey, what's up? How you been?" He said, "Chilling." She was like, "My birthday today or coming up. Some money." And he basically was like, "Yeah, what is it?" And she was like, "This right here." Then he responded and said, "Man, I ain't sending you nothing. You ain't talked to me in like 6 months, girl." And then she basically, just cussed him out and was mad. I got tears of laughter, man, because, even though I didn't say it word for word, the gist of it was this whole asked this nigga for some money after they ain't spoke in months and thought it was okay. I got tears of laughter because, fellas, we need to do that more often, bro. Stop giving money to these hoes that don't give a fuck about you, that don't want to spend time with you, that don't want to give you no talk time and none of that shit. Now, like, if a hoe texting you every day or at least 2-3 times a week, if she come into your house or she letting you come in the house to kick it, if she letting you take her out to eat and y'all going to the bar having some drinks, and she asks you like once a month, "Hey, I need like $100 for this or whatever," that's cool, whatever. If you hitting it every once in a while too, hey, throw in an extra $20 on top of that because hey, the coochie might be good or whatever. But man, these hoes that literally you can literally go on your phone and say, stroll up and be like, "Last time I heard from her was April the 5th, and it's now December 9th. Man, in the words of Willy Wonka, you lose. You get nothing. Good day, madam.
Yeah. In the words of Snoop Dogg, bees ain't but hoes and tricks, licks on the balls and suck dick. No, you get nothing. You get nothing. I'm here to school y'all young boys. Don't give her nothing. Forget that Cash App, Zelle, Apple Pay exists. Never send nothing electronically. Don't do nothing. It's COD. It's cash on dick. Cash on delivery. If you don't understand what I'm saying, COD. Do not give these women nothing. They are hoes. They are tricks. They're trying. If she asks you for money, then she's trying to get over on you.
Hey, you know what's funny about that, Rose? Cash on delivery or cash on dick. Man, I said this a couple times this last year, man. Man, I remember back in the day before Cash App, Apple Pay, Zelle, PayPal, all that shit was big. If a hoe wanted some money, even if it was just $40, it had to be cash. She had to actually come see you in person, and you could tell her to her face, like, "Hey, shawty, now I ain't heard from you in about a good month now. You hit that big boy from ATL. It's been a minute now. Yeah, boy, what's going on?" Like, but now because all these sending money apps, man, hoes can get over that.
Don't use none of them send money apps to these hoes, man. Stop using them.
Yeah, I like to say my shit be broke or my shit ain't working right now. Hey, so there was a boss who was talking to one of their employees about their braids, talking about the texture of it, even saying how the hair did not look completely professional. And the person was kind of like, they felt some type of way because they was like, "Dang, you criticizing my hair? What's the problem with that?" I guess I have tears because it's why is we talking about my hair at work? Like, long as my hair is pretty much the way that the policy says it has to be, like, I don't even feel like we should be having an extensive conversation about, how, the texture of my hair, the hairstyle I have, long as there's nothing in the rule book. And I've had jobs where your hair has to be kept neat, and that's for interpretation. But let's just assume that as long as it's not completely fucked up. And then there's some places where it's like you have to have a natural hair color. You know, that's cool too. But long as my hair is within code of everything, my hair should not be the subject of any conversation, personally. Moving on to another employee that actually was doing something they wasn't supposed to be doing, and they wasn't just minding their own business. So there was an employee who worked for this food restaurant, and they was caught on footage slamming big thick meat, and I'm talking about like the meat that they actually cook with, onto the pavement and the ground, and it was just basically just throwing it over and over and over onto the ground. Yeah, I have tears again because this is the shit that they feeding us. Like that's the issue with a lot of these restaurants and fast food places is, man, we really don't be knowing what these niggas is doing with the food and the product in the back. We don't know if motherfuckers is washing their hands thoroughly. Like there's too many videos and too many reports of motherfuckers not washing their hands, not cleaning the food properly, not cleaning the utensils properly. Man, just real aside, real quick. Like Rose has a seafood allergy. Like if we go to a restaurant and they make a dish, they're not even supposed to cook my food if it has seafood in it in the same pots and pans as his food. Yeah. Man, there's places that do that. They don't give a fuck. So like this video is just proof that you gotta be careful when you go out to eat, man, because you just don't know how people are treating the food and how they're treating their hygiene.
True, because I got tears for it too, because I can understand you slamming some ice on the ground. I can understand you slamming the meat on the ground if it's in the package. But out the package, come on, man. Come on, man. I gotta do booze. Come on, man.
Come on, man. What we doing?
Man, I got tears, man. I got tears, man. All the way around, man. Ain't no way around it, man.
So let's keep this theme of stuff that's happening at work going on, y'all. So in this last TNT of the night, there was a firefighter who was with another firefighter at the fire station, and the white firefighter tied a noose, went to the black firefighter and said, "Hey, do you know what kind of knot this is?" And the black firefighter was taken aback and was like, "Yeah, I know what kind of knot that is. That's a noose." The white firefighter thought it was funny. I got tears of sadness because, man, this is the stuff that be happening all the time, man. I be seeing a lot of stuff online. Well, white people think shit is funny, but it's really racist and it's really harmful, and black people are subject to it. But what makes it worse is when black people allow these white people to do it. Like I saw a video not so long ago, and I sent it to the group chat, but we didn't talk about it, where it was like it was two girls, a black girl and a white girl. The black girl was on a leash, tied up like a slave to the white girl. The white girl saying, "Be a good nigga, you my little nigger," and the black girl is just kind of just playing along or whatever. See, shit like that is why we got so much issues and damage in our community, because y'all allow these white people to play in our face like that. Like that motherfucker, I'm gonna be honest, man, he should have got knocked in his shit as soon as he handed that shit to that man, to be honest. Granted they're at work, so I don't know how his bill's set up and all that other stuff, but see, that be the problem. Y'all be trying to play with certain niggas at the right time. Like, not every nigga give a fuck about jail time. Not every nigga give a fuck about a job. I know plenty of niggas personally that'll get another job in a week and don't give a fuck. I know niggas that got bail money set aside, so like we as black people, we gotta let white people know, and that doesn't necessarily mean punch them in the face, because I know MGH is against violence. Sometimes it's just using your words and talking to the proper people, whether it's HR or whatever, that this is inappropriate behavior and should not be conducted.
Facts, because I think he probably yeah, I don't know, man. I if it was me, I probably wouldn't did it. I probably would have hoped it was on film or started filming it or took a picture of it and then took a picture of him and did the same thing the black guy did, because you don't want to lose your gig by being all niggerish or trying to fight and things like that. But he deserved to get punched in his stuff. He deserved to get punched in his nose. Like you put on here nose in the fire station, he deserved to get punched in his nose for this noose. You know what I'm saying? He deserved it. And I got tears of sadness because he didn't deserve that. He didn't ask for that, and he didn't deserve that. And this guy needs to be. I think this should be considered a hate crime, and he should be tried. And the fire company should be sued. The city should be sued, and it's on the same line as that when we talked about that black man that was in on Robert C. Daniel Parkway at Chick-fil-A. Same sort of thing. He should get paid. He should sue Chick-fil-A and get paid and with the money that he makes after he makes $30 million off of that, donate it to some black colleges or some people that need some kind of scholarship or something. You know what I'm saying?
Not for sure, man. For sure, man. I don't know what's wrong with these racist crackers. I don't know what's wrong with these hoes, y'all.
I don't know what's wrong with them either.
So, Dr. Keith, if you follow him on TikTok, he's a big influencer, black guy. And he was basically saying the same rhetoric, that Mike Epps was saying, but he took it one step further in terms of not just saying, let's celebrate people who come home from prison. Man, he was saying, your homies and family members that get locked up, stop posting, free my nigga, free my slime, free my brother, free my sister, or whatever. Stop saying that shit, especially when we know they deserve to be in jail. Rose, what's wrong with these hoes?
It's a whole lot wrong with them because it's like we always talk about hoes could be dudes or women too, but it'd be mostly hoes saying is free my nigga or free this guy, free my guy to his back and forth or whatever, to his backwards, free. Come on, man. He committed murder. He killed somebody. He doesn't need to be freed. I say this all the time. We say, oh yeah, but they say free dirt. Man, he's a murderer. No, don't free him. People we need to free is people like Puff Daddy, R. Kelly. These people did normal adult things. Have sex with adults. But no, they get the book thrown at them. But people that's murdered people like Max B. He murdered somebody. And people they brought Monica and Brandy brought him on their concert, and he was out there singing a song that nobody knew, and it didn't sound good. And they celebrated him. No. Stop celebrating these people that killed people. These people's families had a person that died. How is that okay? Now, if you can explain to me how it's okay to celebrate that guy, I can understand. Okay. So he murdered a rapist or he murdered a serial killer. Okay. We need to celebrate him. He's a freedom fighter. Okay, we need to celebrate him. He defended his life as a Black Panther and killed a cop, but he was defending his life in his neighborhood. Okay, we can celebrate him. But a guy that went and robbed the store and killed the Arab, it said, because the Arab said, I'm sorry for your mother. I feel sorry for your mother. And you shot him in his face and killed his wife too. No, man, we can't free you, man. You're a murderer. We can't free you. We can't say we free you. No. Stop releasing blues for these people that got killed in crimes too. We harming the environment.
Oh, so you mean the person that was trying to rob the gas station and the gas station owner shot them and killed them?
Yes. No. Don't release no balloons from them.
Or you feel like Sam Jackson? Like, yeah, I'm happy, and I hope he burn in hell.
Yes, man, we can't release no balloons for them. No, man, no. Balloons aren't meant to be releasing them, and then you're messing up the environment when you release. You're littering. You mess up the hood. You go out and pour something for your homie, and then you throw it right back at him.
Lock him up.
Oh yeah, man.
I've always thought this was weird behavior. When I be online, it's mostly hoes that do it, but niggas do it too. When I see many people make posts saying, free this person, free that person, and I just wish, because I don't do it, Rose don't do it, I just wish some of those people who do it was here right now, because I would like to ask them, like, what's the purpose behind that? Like, your person was selling dope to kids. You know your person actually shot that person. You know your person beat that cop up. You know your person did whatever it is. They actually robbed these people. Like, why do you feel like they deserve to be free? Because my question would be, do you just not feel like the law should be followed? And if that's the case, if somebody was to sexually assault you or rob you or kill someone you love, do you feel like we should just be the wild, wild west? Or like Rose said earlier, the stone age when we was cavemen where, hey, survival of the fittest, who whatever happens just happens. And if that's your mindset, cool, whatever. I'm not even gonna even argue with that shit. If you just feel like we should just live in anarchy with no rules, no laws, no structure, people just do what they want, cool. Just understand you subjecting yourself and loved ones to be violated in many different ways. But if you feel like, yes, if I had a loved one get killed, I want justice for them, then why do you think it's okay just because this is your brother? They like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not going to court to point the finger at no family member or friend that killed somebody. You know, I'm not doing that unless the law says I have to do it. I'm gonna do time too. But I'm gonna be real. I don't care if it's my own kids. If they kill somebody, I'm gonna tell them straight up. Like, I did all I could for you. It is what it is. I love you, but I'm a human. I'm a human at the end of the day, and I understand how that pain and hurt could be for another parent to lose their child. Yo, you might need to sit down for 20 years, and when you come out, you need to think about what you did. Like, that to me, that's the biggest thing right there. Like, if anything, we need to be talking about how do we make the prison system more rehabilitative. But as far as like talking about freeing people that deserve to be locked up, man, that's one of the issues in the black community, man. Like, we just got too many people that just want to do what the fuck they want to do, and they're above the law. And I said this a couple weeks ago, and you said it early on, Rose. If we're talking about freedom fighters, if we're talking about people that was fighting for people's rights, if we're talking people that was unjustly imprisoned, yo, it's freedom niggas 7 ways till Sunday. You know, but if we're talking about somebody that I know you raped that girl, I know you killed that person, I know you robbed them people, I know you scammed them out of their cash app and took thousands of dollars, yo, man, sit your ass down, bro, and do your time, man. We don't need you back in society, bro. I don't want you in society, and I don't want you around me. We don't need y'all around us because you in a danger to the environment. And I'm saying this, and for those listening, I'm not saying this from the experience of I've never had a family member or friend do time. No, I've had family members that did time in prison. I've had friends do time in prison. I ain't ever once say freedom motherfuckers because they was doing time for shit that I knew they did. I might have sent money to their books. I might have looked out for them because I still got love for them. They still my family. They still my homeboy. But I knew what the fuck they did. Now, one time was I like, yo, you need to come. They doing you wrong, dog. You need to come back out here and free you. I ain't never thought no shit like that.
Yeah. Don't drop the soap. Even though that ain't real, but since y'all talking about free everybody, we gonna do that too. We gonna go along with it. We gonna go along with it. What's the last? What we talking about now? What we doing for people now?
So for the final topic, and you know, C's always tells y'all, man, hop in the comment section and say what you want. So I'm gonna ask the question, and if you want to answer it yourself, put your answers in the comment section. This really started with a little just regular conversation with me and MGH one day. And I had asked him, I said, if you had to describe your life in 3 movies, you know, how would you describe your life? You know, and I feel like for a lot of people, that's a hard question because you're thinking about how you grew up and to how you're living now. And the reason why I didn't want to just pick one movie, because one movie may not encapsulate your whole life from childbirth to now. But I feel like 3 movies, you can probably piece together the 3 movies. So me and Rose, we're going to give you 3 movies that we feel like would describe our life from our perspective. And we're going to explain why we picked these 3 movies. Did you want to go first, Rose?
It's up to you, man. You want to go first, or I can do it. You know what I'm saying?
You got your movies?
Yeah, I got mine.
Cool.
You want me to go? Okay. First movie, like Vertiza said, growing up, Boys in the Hood. I remember when we moved to a neighborhood when I was first growing up. Everything was all good. Everything's all good. Both parents living good jobs. Mom teacher, pops a cop. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Living good. And next thing I know, we moved to another neighborhood. Now we in the hood. Yeah, my mom ain't dropped me off with my pops, but my pops just dropped me off other places. Me and my older brother, and we was in the hood. And we saw things go down and things went down. It was like, Ricky, we seen people get shot, we seen people get hit, and it was literally like boys in the hood. You know what I'm saying? It- that's the first movie. Second movie, I think I love my wife.
Yeah, that's a really good movie.
I think I love my wife. That's the second movie. Like, so it's like Chris Rock character going through it, meet up with an old friend. They go through it. They don't ever hit the spot like they're supposed to, but he learns he's like, dog, this chick is evil. This she the devil. And he showed her like his wife was an angel.
Talking about you thought she was evil in the
Yeah, man. She was trying to seduce that man. She was trying to seduce that man. She knew that man was married, didn't she?
movie? Yeah, she knew he was married.
All right. And what she did? Throwing that pussy at him. All right. Yeah. And he would complain. I think I love my wife. But at the end of the movie, he's like, yeah, I do love my wife. He got it together.
Yeah,
She showed him.
That's one of my favorite Chris Rock movies. I love that movie.
She showed him. She showed
From
him.
a mature perspective.
Yeah. Last movie was Obsessed. That's with Beyonce and everybody's favorite crush from England or London or whatever. Y'all know who I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Idris Elba. You know what I'm saying? They had the white girl chasing after him. Yeah, that was me. It was white girls, black girls, a lot of them chasing. You know what I'm saying? I'm steady trying to say, hey man, leave me alone. I'm trying to do the right thing, but I get drunk, I fall asleep, and my dick is somebody's wife, woman's wife. I ain't mean to do that. You know what I'm saying? I was drugged, just like Buddy was drugged. You know what I'm saying? So I those are the three movies for me, man. Those are the three movies for me.
Yeah, so for me, man, the three movies I had, and I'll probably start off with the early movie. I'll probably go with Boomerang. Because, I've always been, not to sound cocky, a ladies' man and a romantic. And I love the scene in the movie where his friends is like, you be dogging women out, you're not romantic. He said, I'm the most romantic man you know. But once I hit it, it's just, I just don't feel it no more. And I felt Eddie. As I got older, I felt Eddie because I'm the type of nigga, and I do all kind of romantic shit for hoes that I'm feeling, that I like or whatever. But then at some point in time, once I kind of lose the feeling, and sometimes it's because I didn't hit the pussy a couple times, hey man, sometimes I just, I don't want to do it no more or whatever. But as far as the amount of hoes he was slashing, running through, when I was in my 20s, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I was knocking them down. I was going through them. I was knocking them off like he was in the movie. Man, the second movie, man, I'm gonna go with another Eddie Murphy movie, Nutty Professor. One, because he's overweight. The only part of the movie that was not really me was the self-consciousness about being overweight. That was never something I had. But as an adult taken from the movie, the two personalities he had. Because there's me and then there's Vertizi, and those are two different people. Those are not the same as that person. Like, one person is a caricature of who I really am in real life, and the other person is more so who I am. And so you had, Professor Sherman, and then you had Buddy Love, who was like two completely different people in the movie. And it's like one was like a much more confident version of the other person, and even in my less confident version of myself. Like I'm always confident, but there's another version of myself that's just like super confident to the point of maybe cocky or whatever. And then there's that eternal battle of who's trying to fight for control. So I like that aspect of the movie. And then, like I said, he is an overweight dude that in both movies got bitches. He got bad bitches in both movies at the end of the day. And the last one, I'm gonna go with this movie, but there was like an honorable mention for like soul food just because I'm black. I grew up in that kind of environment. My grandma was like Big Mama or whatever in the movie, and she always cooked for everyone. And there was drama in our family, but I feel like most traditional black families probably can relate to soul food. Maybe some black families didn't have that kind of drama, but most black families kind of had that. So to kind of be more stay true just to me specifically, the brothers. Because I have a group of friends. My main core group of friends is 4 of us. All of us are pretty much successful in life. 2 of them are pretty much married. I always viewed myself as like the Bill Bellamy character, where he got bitches, he was successful, but even though he was successful, he still lived in the hood. But that was more so because of the fact that he just was comfortable there. He had this weird relationship with his mom, where him and his mom didn't really get along in the movie, which that's kind of transparent to my life too. And then he was the one who probably talked the most shit about bitches and hoes in the movie, to the point where the other friends would be like, "Come on, man, what's wrong with you, dog?" So like to me, like yeah, I definitely feel like I can relate to that movie. And then each one of my main friends, like one of my friends, I look at them like a Morris Chestnut. I look at another friend like a D.L. Hughley, and character where they're married or whatever, and they have whatever they got going on. Then I have another homeboy who I look at like Shamar Moore, who was getting bitches or whatever, and then wanted to settle down because he just felt like that was the right thing to do when he got to that point. And they all had their own issues or whatever. What was that? Before we wrap it up, we see ourselves a certain way, but sometimes the way people see us is not how we see ourselves. So, I'm gonna say 2 movies that I feel like will be a very good description of your life. And you might agree, you might not agree, but they're movies that you didn't say. And if you got 2 movies for me, holla at the people. The first movie, based off, and this is more so a little bit of what I've seen, but it's mostly based off of the stories you've told me. Hustle and Flow.
Okay.
I'm from Memphis, man.
Making easy money, paying hoes is serious.
Man, me and my brother, back in the day, we used to be rappers. We used to carry around bankroll.
I never was a rapper. Juice Man was a rapper.
But I was just part of his posse or whatever.
I was never part of his posse.
Oh, and you used to tell them stories all the time. No. I used to have money or whatever.
Yeah, I was a manager of my own crew.
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Nothing to do with Juice Man.
Okay, my
2
bad.
totally different things.
Yeah, so you told me that dumb stories. My bad. I combined them, but dumb stories like you being a manager of your own crew and then them rapping or whatever, like that part of Hustle Flow, like them trying to make it rapping, but then also him being a pimp and then him having the women he had. Like I feel like that's indicative of some of the stories you told me from your younger days. And then it's funny that you said, I Think I Love My Wife, because a movie that I thought encapsulates you even more than that movie, Why Did I Get Married?
Mm-hmm. And I thought about that one too.
And it's because, not just because of you, because without going into too much detail, you got you and your marriage. There's another marriage next to you. There's another marriage next to you.
And everybody hates
Yes. And then there's another marriage. And then in the second movie, you got the single friend that's just there who he's in the movie and he ain't married to nobody. I feel like that movie definitely represents you because, hey man, people talk about the issues in your marriage, but guess what? It's issues in all the marriages, and you and your people, you and your person, y'all rocking, y'all doing y'all thing, y'all trying to make it through or whatever. So I feel like that's another movie that I feel like was very could represent your life.
Yeah. So I got 3 of them. It was like the first one, This Is You, Shallow Hal. Yeah, that's
Why? Because the nigga fat. Or because he don't like fucking fat bitches.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. You said it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I'm not fucking no fat hoes.
Yeah, Shallow Hal. I thought about Fat Albert because he was the coolest nigga in the crew.
But that's so. This nigga finna pick 3 moves with fat niggas.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick 3 moves. Fat Albert, because you was a cool nigga in your crew. I met you, and it's like, oh yeah, I can dig with you. Yeah, I can dig with.
Hey, y'all heard that D Will C's MGH. You heard what he said now.
Yeah, you was a cool nigga in your crew, so I was like, oh, I can deal with you. Yeah. And the last one was Tommy Boy.
And you know what's so funny? Out of all 3 of those movies, that's actually my favorite out of all 3.
Yeah, Tommy
Rest
Boy.
in peace, Chris Farley.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, so Tommy Boy is like, oh yeah, it's like somebody died, and then you all because you always trying to bring stuff together, so you had to save the day. And Tommy Boy, you had to save the day, and when you cause you hit me on the last minute, so it's like yeah, there ain't some movies about me. I can't think of no movies other than some fat movies.
Fat niggas. I like all 3, especially the Tommy Boy one because.
I ain't getting no lame movies though. I ain't getting no lame movies.
I like the Tommy Boy because I'm big into Chris Farley, and a lot of his comedy was physical comedy, and I kind of have some of his same mannerisms when I'm telling jokes and trying to make people laugh. So yeah, those are some three good movies, man. Before we wrap it up, I am going to ask one question. Any actor that's living right now could play you in a movie, who would it be?
Actor right now that could play me? Tall, dark, and handsome. Man, it's a couple of them. I'm saying, let me see. I can't see Michael because he ain't too dark, but Buddy that played in the movie with what's the movie when he was in deep, he couldn't get out.
In the deep.
Get out.
Oh, get out. Yeah, Daniel O'Quarley.
Yeah, get out. Yeah.
Him?
Yeah, him.
That's a good one.
And Buddy that played, but he passed away. Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? And another tall, dark, handsome young nigga that I might like play me. Oh man. I don't want to even know.
Yeah, I only got 2, man. One is a comedian. It would be Corey Hogan.
Okay.
Yeah, I love his comedy, and our comedy is pretty much similar. And as far as like traditional actors, Brian Henry Tyree, the dude who played Paperboy in the Atlanta series.
Okay.
It'll be him too, man. Like those would be the 2. Like if I got Steven Spielberg or a director came to me and said, "Yo, pick an actor to play you."
Okay, so we gonna be online. So we go back to ATL. Buddy Stevenson or Buddy. He said he played in Atlanta with him. Buddy.
Talking about Lakeith Stanfield.
Stanfield
Play you?
Yeah, he can play me.
Yeah. He tall too.
I'm down with him. He can play me.
Yeah, he tall.
He cool. He can play me. Cause he's funny too. Cause I be funny too.
Yeah, now he is a funny dude. He is a funny dude. He a little weird, but he funny.
Yeah. Cause the hoes call me weird sometimes.
They just be mad because they can't get over. That's all that is, man. Hey, final thoughts, Rose.
Yeah, man. Final thoughts, man. I hate to get personal, but please. I was hoping you was gonna be here. Like I'm surprised. I'm sitting at the crib, like waiting on you to show up, and that's the end of it. Like you not here. I had to go pick up my boy Bertizzi. I think a former. I know. I thought you was potting last week. I ain't even know. I think you should have owed me the We No More Black Tears podcast. 3 dope boys in the Cadillac. We were supposed to be. It was up to you. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey man, I ain't gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, man. All I can say is, man, if you got a purpose, man, follow your purpose. Don't let no one strive you away from your purpose by making you afraid of the possibilities. So just, continue to push forward. Sometimes we have doubts, man, but that's just part of life, though. And the world,
Man, y'all catch something that's light, man. We in traffic and they're back quiet.
Mr. DJ Rose, Verteezy, and C's, welcome you to the No More Black Tears podcast.
Black tears that's heaven sent. Barack the first black president. I love my black skin. I love walking in black excellence. Black power, let's represent. All black, that's evident. I'm sure MLK and Malcolm X both didn't die for the hell of it. Strap a seatbelt, go and settle land. What makes you think that we would sell our land? We wouldn't sell out now. What makes you think that we would go ahead and try to sell out then? No more black tears, black on black kids. Love us as is, love with passion. Paying black bills, learning black skills, making black meals. Black is backing. Big shout out to Fred Hampton. I'm black and proud like I'm James Brown, but I ain't doing no acting. My people here from the motherland. This podcast now active.